In the shadow of selfless love. Once upon a time, nestled in the heart of a peaceful little town, Oliver and Amelia grew up as best friends. As children, they were inseparable. Their relationship blossomed like the daisies in spring. When adolescence knocked on their doors, their friendship turned into young love. Their lives danced to the rhythm of their love story. They were the golden couple, the embodiment of love and friendship. Time hastened, and Oliver, on their favorite spot under the shimmering twilight, proposed to Amelia with an antique ring passed down from his grandmother. It was a joyful celebration of love, witnessed by the stars above. They got married in the same peaceful town where their story began, surrounded by friends and family. The years passed, and their family grew. 2 children filled their home with laughter. Their happiness was uncontainable. Life was a wonderful dream, until one fateful day when it turned into a nightmare. On a cool evening drive, they were hit by a drunk truck driver. Their world halted as the car skidded, the crash echoing through the silent night. They were rushed to the hospital, their family and friends praying fervently for their survival. Oliver sustained severe injuries to his face and slipped into a coma. Amelia, though not critically injured, lost her sight due to the accident's impact. When she woke up, the world around her was cloaked in darkness. She was informed about Oliver's condition, his face having been drastically altered due to the injuries. She was devastated but held on to hope, assuring herself that she would still love him no matter what. Days turned into a week, and finally, Oliver woke up from his coma. His joy at waking up was short-lived when he discovered the extent of the damage to his face. He felt an overwhelming sense of guilt and apologized to Amelia profusely. He thought she deserved better than a man who was physically disfigured. Amelia, however, felt his guilt undeserved. When she reached out and touched his face, she felt the man she loved. The shape of his nose, the arch of his brows, and the outline of his lips, different but familiar. The physical appearance of him had changed, but the spirit that made him Oliver was untouched. "Oliver," she said softly, holding his hand. "I fell in love with your soul, not your face. All this doesn't change how I feel about you. It doesn't change us." The vulnerability in her voice comforted him. His love for her, more profound than ever, transcended the physicality of their situation. He understood then that their love was much more potent than the scars that marred his face or the darkness that clouded her sight. Life after the accident took on a new rhythm for Amelia and Oliver. They learned to navigate through their challenges with grace and love, leaning on each other as their strongest pillar of support. Oliver was slowly getting accustomed to his new appearance, while Amelia was adapting to her life without sight. Their bond grew even stronger, their love deepening in the face of adversity. One day, Oliver chanced upon a scene that shattered the reality he had come to accept. He saw Amelia, alone in their garden, swiftly dodging a football kicked towards her by their playful dog. He watched, stunned, as she bent down and picked it up, her eyes clearly following the trajectory of the ball. Confusion gnawed at his heart. His breath hitched as the realization dawned on him. Amelia wasn't blind. She had lied. She had lied to him and their family. But why? With a heavy heart, he confronted Amelia. His emotions were in a tumult, a whirlwind of confusion, anger, and heartbreak. He couldn't comprehend why she'd made such a monumental sacrifice. "Amelia, I saw you in the garden," Oliver stammered, his voice quivering. "Why did you pretend to be blind?" Amelia's face drained of color. She looked at Oliver with a complex expression, a mixture of guilt and resolve. Taking a deep breath, she explained, "Oliver, I didn't want you to feel self-conscious about your appearance. I didn't want you to think that the change in your face would alter how I feel about you." He felt a lump in his throat, struggling to swallow the magnitude of her confession. His heart clenched painfully at the depth of her love, at the magnitude of her sacrifice. The woman he loved had willingly given up her sight to ease his insecurities, to help him feel comfortable in his own skin. Tears welled up in Oliver's eyes. He reached out and held Amelia close, whispering in her ear, "You didn't need to do this, Amelia. Your love was enough. It has always been enough." They stood there, wrapped in each other's arms. In that moment, they both understood the depth of their love for each other. It was a love that knew no boundaries, that made sacrifices without a second thought, a love that was stronger than any adversity. And so, Oliver and Amelia continued their journey, their bond stronger than ever. They had faced the worst and come out stronger, their love remaining the beacon guiding them through the storm. Their story was a testament to the power of love and the lengths it could go to protect and cherish.